What's up, Grim Crew? YouTube viewers, if you would like to skip ahead to the gameplay, a timestamp will be provided for you in the description box below. And as for the rest of you, like Armin3699, what's going on, Armin? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you, my friend, as always. Welcome back to my gaming dungeon. I am your dungeon master for the evening. I am the Grim Gamer. How the hell are you on this Wednesday night? We're back for part 10 and what I hope to be the conclusion of The Outer Worlds 2 on the PS5. I only have one main storyline mission to go. I'm hoping to finish that off tonight. If so, then that puts plans in motions for other games that I would like to get to. So we got all through the archive, got all of the Rift data processed, and once we did that, the spaceship that we were on, or the, wasn't necessarily a spaceship, but the, like the relay station that we started the game at that disappeared, or I thought it blew up, but I guess maybe it got sucked into one of the rifts. Well, apparently that rift opened back up or something and coughed that back out. So this relay station has reappeared, and we got to go back there. And I think, if I remember correctly, the Protectorate is trying to take it over for their own means, and they've got a bigger machine or a different contraption that can control the rifts, kind of like the small one that I currently have. But I think they have one on a bigger scale or something to that effect. They're trying to use the rifts to their own advantage. So we got to go in there and probably take out the Protectorate and find a way to either close these rifts or at least stop them. Something to that effect. So, we're not going to waste any more time. I'm going to jump right in here and hopefully finish this game off tonight. Armin, how you doing this evening?
When the lab coats say these rifts could destroy the entire galaxy, that doesn't include the main menu, right? Geography ain't my strong suit.
Moonman, I don't know if that necessarily means the main menu. I mean, I suppose it could. Really wouldn't have even thought about that. But let's get into it. Very nicely. Alright, we're in the incognito. And Valerie has suggested we try to get the Order, Auntie's Choice, or both to side with us in trying to do this. But again, I think I soft-locked myself out of trying to get the Order to back me up. So just like going into the archive, we're going to be going at this alone. So we got to travel to the Horizon Point station, which again has opened back up. And see if we can finish thing off. Yeah, and just like in the first game, you're about to, you know, go here. If there's anything you want to do before you navigate to the station, do it now. Before you cross the point of no return. So, I've gotten sidetracked a few times, did a little of this, a little of that. Didn't do a lot of exploring, but did a little bit. But it's time to set off for the end game. So, yes. Like to save. Yes. I probably don't need to, but I'm going to overwrite this one here. I don't need that one anymore. So that's apparently what's left of the relay station.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control.
Okay. Not keen on running into this chaos unprotected. Who's responsible for this?
The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station.
The Sovereign's
Hypothesizing,
flagship.
Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
I agree with you, Niles. He's intimidating his people into doing his bidding. No way they see sense in this.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
I can foresee a few likely instances where you could use my skills and experience, including snapping DeVries' neck in a picosecond if she steps out of line.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Thanks, Valerie. So, Valerie did say something that made me think of something else. You know, I'm thinking, and we seen this throughout history in real life, these tyrannical people that just get people to do these ridiculous things. And I've always thought to myself, like, the majority of the people would have the power. When somebody starts mouthing off about doing some ridiculously crazy stuff, why don't the people just be like, who the hell does this Joker think he is? You know, what's this one guy going to do against everybody else? But in this case, in this instance, there's the whole mental refreshment thing that's going on. So they're probably just wiping people's minds clean, and they're basically just zombies, you know, doing his bidding. So kind of makes sense in this instance. I know Marisol wants to go with us, she said, but Niles is wrapped up in the story, and Valerie has the ability to heal me in a tight pinch. So I think we're going to have to go with Niles and Valerie for this one. I would like to have Azza, but Azza has a tendency to run in full blast only with a knife in her hand. So half the time I got to end up saving her ass too. She is a rebel, and she gets herself in trouble a lot, and I don't think I can deal with that. I'm gonna need some people with some firepower, like Niles, and having Valerie to back me up as far as like healing items and everything. It's probably go a long way in doing some good. So that's what we're gonna have to go with, I think. So Azza, I'm gonna have to go on my original crew of Niles and Valerie. So let's do it. Let's get it going. Yeah, so there's our flagship there. So how are we gonna manage this? Well, how are we supposed to get there exactly? But then again, this might actually be pretty linear. Now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, so this is basically what's left of this Horizon Point station. So it's like, we've been here before, but have we though? Actually, there was one thing I did want to switch out. I'm going to lose, my extra holster for that fourth weapon, but having 60% bigger magazine size, I think would go a long way. So let's get all loaded up here.
As if the rift's not hair-raising enough? Something about those soldiers up ahead's got my spine tingling.
Providence identified. Standing for the Protectorate colonial anthem is not required at this time.
Goodbye.
Give the order, and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Cool.
Emergency protocols ready.
About to be one hell of a firefight here, isn't it?
Emergency protocol syringes from.
Whoa. Oh, that's Valerie. Oh, okay. No, I'm good with that. Wow, that's not even giving me a health bar for that. Wow, that's doing nothing. Well, little at a time. No need to rush it. Thanks for stepping right in front of me there, Niles. Okay. Rift residue. Sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'll take it. I'll take more of it. That's fine.
Being back here feels like straying into a dream. The bad kind.
Falling asleep on active duty may be punishable by fines and dismissal from the Earth Directorate.
I'm awake now, fortunately. You can tell on account of the lack of screaming.
Well, this is a interesting turn. I think we have actually been here before, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah. No, we're gonna want all these. We're gonna want all these. Probably all of these too. Okay. Read this. Data corrupted. Complete your... Oh, I think we remember reading this before. Yeah. None of this actually matters. Okay.
Cadet Mallory identified. Status: still deceased.
Cadet Maori? That was one of our own people, wasn't it? From the very beginning? Oh, hey. How are you?
Entering a confrontational state.
Come on. Go down. Oh, damn.
Imagine a worse fate than forever hanging between life and death.
Oh, damn. Did I get it? Can't tell if I got it or not. Power core can't because I don't have high enough melee. Well, I think I killed it. But I can't really tell. Alright, who else is here? Anybody? Anybody? Hello? Alright, if I do want to finish this tonight, I need to move. I need to get a move on. No, there's no climbing up there. Okay, well, that was pointless. Oh, well, you're no threat. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know if that could hurt me or not, but, yeah, that was something. Okay, how the hell am I supposed to get to that? Oh, no, it looks like we're supposed to go this way.
This station's a never-ending mess.
Oh, yeah, no,
We've
it's...
got our own rift modulator to help us navigate.
Yep, we're about to use it right here. Woo! I think it is one of the coolest, mechanics I think about this entire game is being able to manipulate the rifts like that. It is pretty neat. Right. Where am I going here exactly? Oh, right through there. I got it. Well, that don't look good. Yeah, agreed. Up. 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 I say, where am I supposed to go from there? But I got it. I got it.
Exiting hazard radius. Status: alive.
Status: alive. Woo. Okay. Sniper, huh? Not anymore. Ah, uh-huh. Goodbye. Anybody else? Rifts. Oh, I gotta go up that way? I think? Well, what's in here, I wonder? Here's another rift over here. I don't know where it would take me. Before I figure that out. Is this a ship I can use? I doubt it. Oh, I can pick this. Something I can finally pick. It's about damn time I find something. Protectorate would be horrified to learn that the long-buried journals of Arcadia's first bishop have been liberated by an Earth Directorate agent. With good reason. The Matriarch apparently regarded Arcadia as an experiment to determine if this utopia could endure the test of time. So all of Arcadia was set up by the Matriarch just as a test? To the bishop's dismay, the Matriarch's ultimate conclusion was no. It was adamant that hubris and there's a protector's downfall. Despite the guidance and promise made to her people. It amazes me that such a genius as the Matriarch could ignore the fact that absolute power corrupts absolutely until it is far too late. It's up to us to stop everything her wretched legacy has wrought. That's all that was in here? That was... I mean, it's an interesting little piece of information, but...
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate.
Augustine.
Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. And for that, I am sorry.
Okay, and what is this? Oh, well, can't do anything with that. Fine. Alright. What does this rift do? Looks like nothing. Well, then what's the... Oh! Oh! Wait a minute. There's something else there I didn't see. Hold on. And what would it take me up here for? That seems pointless. All right, fine. We'll just move on without it then.
Hostile spot.
Hostile where? I don't see one. Oh. Really? What?
Troublemaker approaching.
Niles, will you get out of the way? Oh, hell.
Standing by with life support.
Saying, how did you get under there?
You are dying, which is not advised at this time.
Commander, you are dying. Get out of here with that nonsense. Oh, hell.
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
Yep.
The needles.
Heal us up there, Val. Alrighty. Okay, now what? Now where to? Guess just keep following the path. I mean, it seems there's really only one way to go. this does look very interesting. Very cool looking. Well, I already see you.
Engaging hostile.
Hell.
Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Get out of the way, Niles.
Available at your request.
I'm at. Two lots couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
There we go. Yeah, kick the ass. One step closer. Okay. I don't know if there'd be anything over here for me. I doubt there would be, but I don't know why else I'd be able to come over here. Just for the hell of it, I guess. Do find it interesting that every enemy here just turns to ashes. I mean, they must not be completely reconstructed yet from coming out of the rift, huh? I guess that's gonna be my guess.
That sounds like Helen? No. No, it couldn't be.
Is that DeVries? Oh, hell.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither.
Oh,
You'll
Pascal.
end up just the same.
Helen? It's me, Niles.
Wait, Rookie? Commander?
Yeah, it's us.
Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we don't have Science 13 or Medical 13, so... It's me, Helen. Commander Grimm. Commander of the Incognito. Your friend.
So it is you.
Yep.
Thank law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Oh, Helen. That's awful. But you were only defending yourself. I'd have done no different.
I don't understand what's happening.
Helen... It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing here, Pascal. Need you to focus. It's the last thing you remember from the mission. Let's hope you can at least understand the difference between them and us. You start to feel a little murderous. Give me a heads up, would you?
Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station.
Ooh.
That's how she's here now. We could have saved her, Commander. We could have done something.
Wait.
Yeah.
There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
Never mind that. The rift has done something to you. You sabotaged our mission. Obtaining the rift core as a delegate. Never mind that. None of that matters now. Rift has done something to you.
Rift? That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepson?
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station back to how it was before it was destroyed. You included. But it's failing.
So I've come back from death.
Sorta.
What? Some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
I'm so sorry, but I can't. Sure, I can reverse this if you give me time. I'll keep twisting you until you can't remember your own name. Oh, Pascal, I am sorry.
Boyd, this is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything.
I wish it didn't have to be this way. I don't want you to suffer. It's a bad dream. Yeah, I don't see her coming back from that. I really don't.
Makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. End this for me? I don't think I can do it myself. Please.
Yeesh. I mean, I've never been in a rift. I don't know if, what this character would be experiencing would be painful or just... if you're sure...
I'm sure.
Glad we could do you this one last kindness. Rest easy now, Helen. You've earned it. Won't let no one forget your bravery.
Always knew I could count on you, Rookie. You've made a damn fine agent. Only wish I'd been there to see it.
Pascal? Helen? If I may, I'd like to see to your proper burial as an Earth Directorate agent. If you wish for it.
That'd be nice. Being seen off, right? This is the final kindness you'll do for me, Commander. Thank you. Try not to miss, huh?
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
Helen.
Thank you for putting an end to her suffering. I know that wasn't an easy decision, but it was the right one.
DeVries, what the hell are you even doing here?
Never thought I'd see the day when DeVries did the right thing. But Helen deserves a proper send-off. Glad we could at least grant her that.
Yeah. Damn, Helen. Yeah, we might have been able to save her. Oh, I didn't even see who that was. But this is, Jepson here. Wow. Okay, yeah, couldn't go that way anyway. DeVries, you just gonna sit there? I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Let's see, which way we supposed to be going? That way, I guess. So let's go this way. Hey, there's free bits around here. I don't know if that really matters. Because if this is going to be anything like the first one, yeah, there would be no turning back. So it's not like I'm going to have anything to spend bits on anyway. You know? Okay, I could come here, but that's for no reason, I'm guessing. Alright, so... Any other enemies? There's a ship coming in.
A short-range rover has emerged from the Providence, Commander. Destination, Horizon Point. Intention, unknown.
I'll say, yeah, I saw that, but... Okay, I'm guessing you're my ticket over there, huh? Oh, hell.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Oh, hell. Another one up there? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, ain't ready yet.
What do you mean, ain't ready yet? Better get ready, Niles.
That's the one you need to worry about. Hey, got a distraction for you.
You gonna shoot? Come on, Niles. Say, do something, will ya? Alright, heal me up there, Valerie. Okay, rift. Some bits. Nothing else. We got stored away in here. Anything? Oh, the bridge. Right. Oh, I remember this.
Why can't the Rift ever reconstitute anything nice?
Yeah, I don't know. Because it's not being nice right now, is it? So... Whoops. Pop!
Combat protocols.
Yeah, nope, stand right in my way. That's brilliant. Actually.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Try to flank it from this side.
And ready. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Woo, yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Like a charm. Like a charm. Okay. So... Oh, I see you. Goodbye. About ran face first into that one. Oh. So yeah, what do you got? What do you got in here? Disable power for something. Power to what? I don't know. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Another rift. And is that plasma wrapped up in it? I wouldn't recommend getting close. Haven't come this far just to give up. Let's look around. Gotta be some way to deal with this.
Huh. And Niles, I want to know how the hell you teleported over there. Oh yeah, all the heavy rounds. We want all the heavy rounds. Oh.
This is scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Council. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
I feel dumber just having listened to that. Well, at least we know what we need to clear that rift.
I feel like the same way as you do, Niles. Like, the hell did you just say? Nope, not going in there. So, okay, well, I don't have everything I need yet, so I'm guessing I have to go up here. At least that's my assumption. So... Ah. Ugh. There's to solve the last factor of the equation is our brilliant sovereign, Henry Valric, deciphered the final piece of the puzzle. Research indicates that we were overlooking the excessive ion expansion caused by the plasma's tense heat. By lowering the temperatures of the heating elements, we might stabilize the distortions we are encountering. Fully capture the entirety of the discovery, but please do not press Sovereign directly for more explanation. Gaining it may take 2,223 days. Yeah, whatever.
Suppose this is a bad time to mention I barely passed my high-intensity arithmetic course at the academy?
It's alright. Probably would have failed it myself. Related to the rift. Okay. I think we may have our information now. Possibly. $800 bits. Too bad I ain't probably gonna be able to use any of it. Unless there's gonna be a vending machine around here somewhere. But I kinda doubt it. Ah. Partially destroyed chalkboard. Equations. There are multiple calculations related to the rifts that exceed your knowledge. Particular equation is complete. Yeah, and I'm not a professor, and I don't have Science 18.
Incomplete. I like a brain teaser as much as the next fella, but this might be beyond my skill set.
Well, and since I can't do anything, what am I supposed to do with that? Because, yeah, I can't do anything with this, so... Unless there's something in one of these other rooms that might prove useful. Pop!
Never doubted. Their zeal never lacked.
Pow!
Combat protocol.
Friendly in combat ready.
Okay. Now we got that cleared up. Oh, a whole nother area up here? Alright, fine. What was this for? Just to bypass the guys I just took out? Well, what's the point of that? Yeah, literally to... Okay. Well, that's dumb. Cool, now we're just going in circles. Oh, lockpick 13. Well, I don't have that. We'll take that stuff, though. Foil? Just gonna find. And that is that it? Really? Oh no! Here we go.
located the Sovereign's office. Searching for the equation here is a valid course of action.
Okay. What do we got here? Displayed here before you is the complete equation. Fully labeled for the viewer that is guaranteed to safely manipulate rifts in containing setting. Itself does not look like the scratching of a quick thinking scientist, nor does the diagram. Instead, both look as though they have been traced. Alright, so I got what I need now?
First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us.
Please input this equation in the skip lab terminal at your earliest convenience.
I will do that, but lockpick 18? What? The hell is that? 18. Y'all are out of your minds. Aw, pitchball card. Cool. We got something else hiding back here. Another 800 something bits. Okay. Oh boy. I've done it! My last visit to the skip lab, I happened upon Cadet knows the ripped equation. There's a scientist for months, however, since he clearly did not have the vigor to test and verify the solution himself, took liberty of doing it for him. And indeed, it works. How fortuitous that I, in all of my wisdom, was he... I can't even read that with a straight face. Was here when most needed me, but please hold your thanks. Most welcome always. I left the solution on the board in my office. Yeah. Already read it, thanks. My father's notes. Hidden away in this deranged state near the end of his life. Focus on his harsh words for me. His mind was obviously near gone by this point. We did not know what he was saying, but they make it probably clear. This is yada 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 yada. I've barely slept since finding my father's notes. Did my grandmother know of the fault in the skip drives as well? And if so, when? I believe she'd knowingly set humanity on this treacherous course just to establish Arcadia is incomprehensible to me. Perhaps she wagered... Hold on. I might be skipping over something now. So, the consul... or the sovereign, there's the father, and then the grandmother. The grandmother, if I have this right, was the matriarch? So, this is like just third generation from that family? Reputation, anatomy, financial stability of the truth we were ever discovered. Frantically trying to both extend his life and solve the problem 5 years before the Hope became the first casualty of the rifts. Okay. So again, the Hope is in the first game, and there was a problem with it actually getting to the Halcyon system. And the Hope is the ship that the player character is on. So the Hope was a casualty of a rift, and that's what kept it from getting all the way to Halcyon in the first place. That's an interesting little detail. Let's see here. So perhaps she waited she or my father could solve the problem in time before crisis was upon humanity, or perhaps it was a mere suspicion. I've got a theory. Believed it likely that the vastness of space, that the same sectors would be traversed enough times to weaken the very fabric of reality. Yes, that must be it. If I can only solve what my father and grandmother couldn't, prove I deserve their respect, my family and all my subjects, the right to wear the mantle of the sovereign of Arcadia once and for all. So that's,
This terminal entry has a 98% chance of containing statements that are 100% false.
100% false. So all that was BS, huh, Valerie? Noted. No, that's an interesting little detail. Oh, I guess there is one down here for me to buy some stuff. Buy it all. Buy it all. Okay. Aha! Here we go. So this input stabilization equation. Initiate test. Neat.
Good. My vision was starting to split.
All right. Well, let's do this. Oh, go, 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 go. I was gonna say, I don't think I quite made it. Ah, there we go. Am I any closer to that ship? I guess I am. Oh, fun.
Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Sovereign save us. Montserrat's hypothesis was correct all along. The results of the experiment were faulty. Capture
Detecting threat.
Oh, hell.
This unit is concerned for the commander's well-being. Health benefits of
Damn. Say Valerie! Oh, I gotta take that one thing out. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, I got trauma kits, though. I'm back in action! Parked.
resuming hostilities.
Woo! Technophobia. Mechanicals chill. Chill you to your core. They deal more damage to you, but you deal more damage to them. Nah, we've come this far without taking too many of these flaws. We're just gonna ignore that. Wonder what that's actually doing. Okay, let's take this. Okay, here's a rift anomaly here, but for what? Well, what is that doing? I didn't see where that actually did anything. Fine, we'll just ignore that one for now, I guess. Well, let me do it one more time. Oh. Dude, just create more enemies? Well, what the hell good was that for me then? Well, we don't want to continue to do that. Alright, is this my little drop ship that I can use to get up to the other ship? That what's going on here? Yep. Board the Sovereign ship. Alrighty. Lock hangar access. Providence.
Please report to intake for processing. Welcome aboard. Let's find a way to unseal the hangar before we're noticed.
I think I just got in, didn't I? Well, before we go too far, I want all of those. And all of that. I don't need the workbench. Hello, anybody here? Oh, there's people in there. Odds and ends stuff? Really? That's all that's in here? I mean, inhaler charges. I'll take those anytime. Aha. Sure are giving me a lot of stuff. Unseal hangar doors. Which is... Alright, personnel deployment has been overridden by console. Small transport containing scientists and automechanical defense has been authorized to travel to Horizon Point Station. Any attempt to stop deployment is punishable by trial or refreshment. Okay. Leave is hereby prohibited to all crew, including scientists. It's imperative that you remain focused on your duty, intake personnel, or to report to their superior for reassignment. Okay. Oh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. But remember, that thing is there. Oh, no. Say, yep, go down. Oh, there's a couple of them. Damn. Woo! Well, heal me up then, Val. Ow.
Ready to assist with Agent's health needs. locate the rift modulator.
Woo! We did it! We got him! I don't know what it is, but something that I have passively loads ammo for my weapon. So yeah, that's nice. Got all this extra ammo, extra bigger magazines, and don't really have to worry about reloading. I was thinking about that earlier, like, seems like every time I go to reload, I don't have to. But I forgot I do have a thing that was doing that for me. Alright, what are we supposed to be finding again? Nothing there. That's for sure. Nothing there. That's for sure. Oh, we probably gotta go up. Yeah? Most likely. Oh. Tin can!
This unit is rated to address any of your needs. If your needs are emotional, rest assured that any silences on this unit's behalf are accepting and understanding. Please make a request.
What you got?
Inventory.
192. I mean, you got a couple things, but yeah, I don't really need any of that, thanks. Okay. Lift transport. So where... So what's up here exactly? Ladder here, but for what purpose? No purpose. That's what. Fine. Hello?
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
I see an unfriendly
Goodbye. Don't even think about it. There ain't no getting in there. All right. So. Quartermaster's something slip. I didn't even read that whole thing exactly, but... But whatever it is, we'll take it. I'm sure it'll come in handy later. Door can't even be opened. And... Oh, this one can. Nothing important. Dr. Rust.
If you experience spontaneous exsanguination after treatment, please return to this unit before you die of blood loss. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Note, by viewing inventory, user admits they possess foreign currency. and shall submit to inspection, interrogation, and / or violent beating by security, displaying inventory.
Okay. Ooh, 550 health instantly. Sure, won't hurt to have one of them, huh? Trauma kits, sure. Just what if Fred Wu has been scheduled for a follow-up appointment, Chief? From her duties as necessary. Okay. All right. Well, that was that. All right. Nothing here. And this takes me back to here. So. Well, what did I come in here for? I'm not quite understanding that. I'll take those too, why not? Okay, where am I supposed to be going here? Locate the rift modulator. Is the only direction I have. So, actually, wasn't there a lift somewhere? Or am I... Oh. This hallway and this way. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. What's in here? Nothing, because I don't have lockpick 13. Well, I can go that way, but what is... Oh. I don't have the other access for other things. Fine! Fine! Go that way anyway.
Multiple threats and hazards identified ahead.
Oh,
Seeking an
yeah.
alternative to conflict is recommended. Conflict is recommended.
I'll get rid of that thing. I have to start anyway. Bye-bye. Well, that wasn't really hard to bypass. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but... Shock rifle, sure, we'll take it just because... Huh. Just hop right over you right quick. Hop over you right quick. Whoop!
But we can carry this momentum through to the console.
Yep, just like that. That was smooth as silk. Smooth as silk. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to use the auto dock or nothing right now. We're good.
Under these circumstances, locating the access credentials or proceeding by stealth is recommended. The Rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
Okay. So, crew, science, command, we most likely have to get to level 3, yes? I mean, it's pretty safe to say. Of course, we don't have lockpick 18, so a lot of good that's going to do.
Are you actually authorized? Be wary. I've heard there's an intruder aboard. I suppose that could be you.
Yeah,
Forgive
probably.
me. I'm still a little addled from my last refreshment. I'm going to set off an alarm, okay?
No. Don't do that. Would an intruder be reviewing your experiments? Of course not. Where's the modulator?
You've been reviewing our experiments. I hope I'm not being replaced. I specifically went to mental refreshment to avoid that. If you wish to see the modulator, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the Rift Chamber. Take these credentials with you, in case you're asked. Security's become awfully stringent of late. It wouldn't do to be caught unawares. That's why I carried 2 cards, just in case. Oh, though I suppose it's just the one now.
Thanks, Pauline. You sure you're gonna be okay? You seem a bit off.
I've been trying to convince everyone I'm perfectly fine. For if I do not, I fear I might be remade as part of the new plan for Arcadia. I do not wish to be remade.
Remade? What the hell does that mean? Well, thanks. See ya. Alright, well, we got ourselves some credentials. To what and to where, I don't know, but we got ourselves some credentials anyway. Like how she just gave that right up, like, yeah, you might want this. Oh, a pitchball card. Take that. Necklace that you don't mind me taking, do you? Hey.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
I ain't no subject of yours. I don't know who the hell you think you're talking to. Oh, you're Pauline again. Rift anomaly.
No one deserves this.
Okay, and that did what? Nothing? Oh. Like the person on Horizon Point. Beginning of dissection. Collect a tissue sample? Sure, I don't know what I would need that for, but... And actually, I think that's what that rift just did for me, wasn't it? Probably. Yep. Alright, cool. Again, I'm not sure what I would need that for, but that's fine. You can't understand. There's a single phrase you can read. There is no answer. There usually isn't. Always looking for answers where there seems to be none. Okay. So, where have I gone and where haven't I? I guess just back here, I guess. Whoa.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
Well, I'm gonna guess we can just go right up here.
I was notified that you were here, though my fellow scientists seemed rather confused as to why. Unsurprisingly. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you.
I need to access the rift modulator urgently. Can you help me?
Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait.
I don't think you understand. This is mighty important. At least answer this. The IRC had some troubling findings regarding raw data in the rifts. Can you verify them?
The IRC? I did not realize you were a colleague of sorts. We haven't shared much of our findings with your branch, I'm afraid. But our results do match. Raw data from whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like a sense of self, for example, is lost forever. Further, there is no proof that such data can be stabilized or even edited. The Consul's plan is futile, completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind.
Report that contains information on rift modulators, you say?
Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
I can bring the report to the Consul. He'll listen to me.
It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow.
Because I have free will, dude. I do what I want.
Perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It'll allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead.
Last question. Where is the modulator being operated? It'll all be over before you know it. I do need to do, like, another playthrough one day where I just use all these sarcastic answers.
A deck up in the control room. The Consul is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Okay.
Due to the unexpected scale of the rift modulator.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Okay. So, but it doesn't seem like this is gonna, like, close or stop the rift. It's just, we need to just stop messing with it. Essentially, it seems like all he's saying. Alright. Confront the Consul.
This can't be right. If skip drives are causing the rifts, why are they showing up past the frontiers of known space?
Finding the Consul should remain your top priority, Commander. Please postpone any existential crises for a later date.
Alright, well, onward. Confront the console. What was this other one? Okay. Console? We have a problem. We need to stop messing with stuff. Alright, let's go. I'm interested to see how this ends. Like,
there you are, Commander. What happened?
How did you get here?
I thought you were looking for the rift modulator. Why does it still look like that out there?
I did find the modulator, but we can't operate it without having control of the ship.
That's unacceptable. That complicates matters greatly. What should happen if it's damaged as we seize control from the console?
We've the schematics for the modulator. Worst comes to worst.
So you've learned the art of a good contingency plan, at last. Well
Shut
done.
up, DeVry.
Did you happen upon anything else that I should know about?
That you should know about? I'm still not 100% certain you should even be here. I saved your life, or spared your life, but I still don't trust you. Closing the rift. Why? Are you going to steal my discovery out from under me? It's been detected in space where it has never been.
In the deep reaches of space? I suppose that revelation should not come as a surprise.
Can't know has ever been there, right? Suspense. What do you know?
Not much more than you. Only that space is vast, and even with our brilliance, we cannot possibly hope to know all the secrets it contains. But we will need to table this discovery and its implications for a later time. The console needs dealing with. He may seem open to negotiation, but I would urge caution. If you denounce him or his plan outright, he will not yield. Unless you find his weak spots and chip at those first.
Not that the console deserves it, none. But if we can end things peaceably, we should try for it.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us beyond that door.
Okay, fair enough. So let's stock up on another 250 rounds. Well, that doesn't do me any good in battle, so that's that. Important update. Okay. Which door? That door? Well, then what's up here then, I wonder? Okay,
I'd say it's been an honor, but, well, suppose we both know better by now.
I guess we do.
This is it, Commander. Only thing standing between us and saving Arcadia is a single dastardly villain. Feels almost quaint after everything else, don't it? This is the mission we should have been on from the moment the Earth Directorate dropped us into the system. Liberating Arcadia from its despots.
You helped make this possible, Niles. Thank you. Sure, any of the other agents could have come as far as we have.
I think of it as more of a group effort, but you're welcome. You know, back in the day, reading tales of all your daring do's, never could have imagined myself fighting alongside you. Not just as a fellow agent, but also a friend. Funny how life turns out. All right, enough jawing. Let's show the consul to his reward. Law knows it's long past due.
Sure. All right, so before we do anything drastic, Just do a new save there. So what's up here? Sure, we'll take the music box. Emery, I regret the way we left things after our last meeting. Grandmother always said that if disagreement ends in shouting and rising tempers, it is wise to look inward at your own ills before proceeding. I hope sincerely that you have done so. While I may not fully understand your aims with the Rift research or with using it to our advantage, as you said, I am willing to acknowledge them as valid. But you must in turn understand that my decision is final. It is what is right for my people, my Arcadia, and my family. Do not doubt me, friend. I wish you to know that I still cherish your guidance dearly. Perhaps when this war is over, is unfinished. Okay.
Just goes to show, all the power in the world still can't protect you from a knife in the back.
Ah, Redactor Essman. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat, this will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy, no need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
Paradigm. Very good, Essman. Say, you look frazzled. Troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
Hey, why don't you get your mind just wiped of anything that we just talked about, so you ain't gotta think about it. I'll just take all of the things that you just told me, I'll implement them myself, and what a piece of garbage. So, like, is it this Sovereign that's really behind it, or is it just this console guy?
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
The console has initiated a threat display, Commander. Would you like this unit to respond?
You're right on time for the show. In a matter of minutes, I'll be transforming Arcadia for the better, and ridding it forever of trespassers like you.
I don't have time for this. Stop using the rift modulator now. Right, damn well, please. So claim you were saving the Sovereign when you stabbed him in the back?
Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not?
Try that line somewhere else. My first slimy politician. Didn't try to kill everyone with a space anomaly.
I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander.
Okay.
Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution. propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal.
Well, I don't have those things. Makes you feel better. I'll stop it. How do you know who I am?
My dear agent, everything that occurs in Arcadia I know of. My sentinels have made sure of that. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Westport. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again.
Yeah? Your ship, huh? Could have sworn there was the Sovereign's name on it. Affairs is my life's passion and also my job.
For all your bluster, you seem more concerned with running your mouth than improving your performance in the field. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend.
Go ahead and enlighten me. Casually admitting war crimes now?
Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
If you're gonna destroy Arcadia, how are you gonna bring it back from the brink if you're dead too, my guy? Didn't invent skip drives. Why is that relevant? So I got confused somewhere with that. I had seen or read or heard something about that the matriarch, even though supposedly had created the skip drives, actually didn't. But I don't know then exactly where they came from then. Make such changes to the galaxy.
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
Again, like, anything that comes back out of these rifts is busted up pieces of what it used to be. So how are you going to reconstruct it in its perfect form after it's destroyed? I'm still not grasping that. That still doesn't make sense. If you hear me out, it's for a reason. If the rift kills you, see? That's what I'm saying. If it kills you too, how are you going to reconstruct anything? So hear me out.
It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on. Tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out.
Yep, don't have those things. Will fail horribly. It's futile. You're losing support of your people, and there's no doubting that. It'll kill millions of innocents. can you live with yourself?
If it means preserving the Matriarch's legacy and the dedicated protectorate among us, yes, without question. Those who are worthy will live again. As for the others, they are no innocents. I shall not mourn any perpetrator of unsanctioned violence or treachery, and will in fact thrive in their absence.
You truly are the same as any other tyrant, blinded by your own arrogance.
Hush. I was conversating with your leader here.
Speech of 13, which I don't have. When you betray the sovereign, will fail horribly. It's futile. You're losing the support of your people, and there's no undoing that.
Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order. But can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever.
So, info not found, unfortunately. Transporters aren't immune to seeing reason. More damage to health than you know.
Commander's right. Protectorate's been burning its own for too long to stay warm. This war just made the flames more noticeable.
And? Our devotion must be tested by fire, as it is said, else it is not true. You are clearly ill-equipped to speak on Arcadian affairs, or of what truly matters to its subjects. I alone can give them what they need. You must see that.
How is there stuff that out of all the stuff I found, I still don't have this?
So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Though it matters not, you've little chance of swaying me. I am doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You will not distract me from taking what is owed to us.
Okay. Modulator schematics reports. Okay, so I've got a couple different options. I've seen the Matrix writings. You have no idea what she envisioned.
And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim?
There's no proof that anyone's sense of self is preserved by the rift. Stabilized, let alone edited. This report from your chief scientist. You are losing control of the rift.
I see. Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale might. One data point means little. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. Nothing you claim can disprove everything that points to this reality.
Yeah, Matriarch's writings. Here.
I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims.
Rewrote history. He betrayed her wishes, and this is the result. It's undoing.
Heresy!
I found her correspondence with the first bishop. She explicitly said she feared the Arcadian experiment would end as all similar projects did before it, in a crumbling heap of hubris.
The Matriarch foresaw many things. To think that we were not set apart from lesser societies, it is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of.
What's more, her own son, Arcadia wrongly, the Matriarch was heartbroken.
What do you mean, steered wrongly? If Reuben was not carrying out her wishes as intended, then the Protectorate have strayed far from the Matriarch's light.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
Regardless of how I may have misstepped before, I am not in the wrong now. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. It doesn't matter what you bring before me. I stand firm in the knowledge that I am following the grand plan, and that I will be vindicated.
I mean, there's obviously just no dealing with you, right? Because I presented plenty of evidence. If I had speech 13, maybe, but...
Indeed. Then why wait?
Entering a confrontational state.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Whoa! Oh, that was him, huh? Or no, that was him. There he is. Oh, if I had one more point in my speech, then I could have hit that last one. That's all right. Whatever. Just take that. It don't really matter to me at this point. So, this. Increasing the volume on the Rift device has lost control capabilities. Which means it's no longer possible. Brace yourself for... What?
If these readings are right, the Rift's about to destabilize completely. This modulator ain't gonna do from this distance. Someone will have to fly it in close. Real close.
Oh, man. Leadership 13. It wouldn't come to this, but we have no other choice. Be me. We're gonna have to sacrifice ourselves at the end.
You did the best you could. We all did.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. Back on greater tranquility, you wish to give me a chance to atone for my mistakes. I'd say that opportunity has come.
Correcting Agent DeVries' mission completion rate. Mission completion rate is now at 100%. Preparing posthumous commendations.
Oh, Valerie, shut up. You'll do no such thing. I make decisions around here, not you. No need. I'll do it. The leader... what leader if I didn't step up? I was wondering when I'd be rid of you. Knows about your sacrifice. Maybe do the honorable thing and just have it be us.
One who chooses not to die needlessly. But if you are set on this, I would still join you. This is my mission too, and I'll not back down if there are others to carry out the rest.
Building in this redundancy raises the likelihood of mission success by 67%.
Okay, I can't go back now.
Don't read so much into it, Commander. Let us go.
Only makes sense that you leave the schematics with me, Commander. I'll get them to the Earth Directorate. Don't worry. We'll use them and the process rift data to mass-produce modulators that can be operated at a safe distance. Rifts will no longer be a problem.
I guess I figured that I'd be like given one last chance to say, all right, like she'd convince me, but well, I done screwed up now, so
I will. You have my word.
Salvation awaits, Commander. I'm itching to reach it.
well, then I guess this is it. Gone. So
in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Augustine de Vries went along, knowing nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown
Good for him.
as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General.
Oh, wow.
His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath.
Wow,
Forced to
Asa.
think for themselves after a lifetime of luxurious certainty, Protectorate hardliners banded together to preserve their society. Without the Order or the corporatists controlling Arcadia, they had a real chance at making a comeback. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. With unfettered access to skip drives and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate. The Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Okay. Well, there it is. So, obviously, I guess with that end, I guess I'm just assuming here that you can't just go around and check out anything else that there was still left to do. There's, it's the end, it's the end. It'll be interesting to see if there's like a new game plus that we can do, afterwards and continue using our character, if we just got to start all over again or what. But, at that point, I kind of wish just, Augustine, just, go. Yeah, I saved your life for a reason. I was thinking that if I answered, well, what kind of commander would I be? She would be something like, well, what kind of commander would you be for leaving your crew? And, it just kind of, like, convinced me not to go, but that didn't happen. But either way, you know what? By the time it was all said and done, this was enjoyable. I still think I like the first one better. For a couple different reasons, but we're going to give my rundown here. So, first things first, the story of this one. I liked the story in the first one a lot more than this one. The whole thing about this one, starting off as an Earth Directorate agent and commander and all that, I get this this initial idea of what and who my character is and should be. Now, you can play this any way you want, but for me, how I go into games like this, it's like, okay, well, I'm this basically almost like a government agent almost. So I need to, and the crew is also like, well, you've done this, you've done that. It's like I'm supposed to be this almost legendary commander. And so I don't feel that I can just go and just do whatever I want all willy-nilly like. In the first one, it's just, I'm just some person. Just got unthawed from this, hibernation sleep, this cryo sleep. And I literally could just be whoever I damn well pleased. In this one, I felt like I was sort of, like I should be doing things a certain way because this is how, the backstory of this character already exists, and this is the way things should be. But the idea in the first one to be able to go into Halcyon and basically tear down the societal norms that was created by all the different corporations, or side with them and reap all the benefits and rewards. I enjoyed that, and the whole idea of either saving everybody else on the Hope ship or just letting them float out in space. I mean, they're saving a whole bunch of people and just tearing down these corporations, or just being, completely selfish with it. In this one, starting right off, like, okay, this is who your character is. This is supposedly what they've done. So here's what you should do. Again, you can choose to do things however you want, but I felt like it was a little more It wasn't as open-ended as the first one was. At first, the story didn't feel like it was really going anywhere. The whole just, oh, well, somebody in your group betrays you and they did a thing. It's like, okay, that's a story that's as old as time. But for later on with all the rifts and there was like basically a conspiracy going on. There was a lot of different moving parts, but then there was also the war that was going on between the like 3 different factions. A lot going on there compared to what I originally thought in the beginning. It wasn't bad. I just enjoyed the first one more. The characters... Ozza I really liked. I liked Ozza's character. He's just a complete psychopath. And I think that would be kind of fun to go back and do another playthrough and just try to match her energy. And just chaos wherever you go. I think would be interesting. But Niles, I liked him as a character. DeVree, I'm still not really sure about, and a bunch of the other characters at that point, they're just, I mean, you could replace a lot of these with just any other random character, and most of them you don't see or talk to long enough to really get to know or anything. So the characters, none of the characters really stand out to me. I feel like if I go for a while and not play this again, I'm going to forget most of these characters. It's not that they were bad, it's just they're not really all that memorable. Maybe with the exception of Ozza. As far as the setting goes, the overall Arcadia system wasn't bad. There were differences compared to the first. I mean, again, the first one I liked a lot, being able to go to the different planets, and each one has their own style, their own visuals, their own plant life, their own animals, their own just their own everything. This one was like that too, but with Paradise Island, it was bright, colorful. But then we get to some of the other areas. I forget the one, but it was basically a like an Arctic wasteland, and it still looked good, but just not as much to see. I did feel like some of the areas in this were a little bit more bland than the first one. But what they did do is create yet a whole nother solar system with this Arcadia system. And it was all completely different. So I guess I can't really complain about that too much. I did like the whole rift thing. Once we started diving into that a lot further, I think made things a little bit more interesting. You know, especially at the end there with the again, I've already forgot the thing. Oh, we were just there. The relay station or whatever this was, you know, basically coming back out of a rift. It's trying to reconstruct itself. That made for some interesting settings. The rifts themselves being able to manipulate some stuff. That was really kind of neat. Actually, that might be one of my favorite parts about this game because it was different. So by the time it's all said and done now, you know, there were enough different things to make it different than the first, but they didn't try to completely reinvent the wheel, which was fine. I am of in the camp of if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, you don't need to reinvent the wheel every time. More of the same thing isn't always bad. But they did enough, I think, that was a little different so that this one is its own thing, but it's similar to the first, and none of that's a bad thing. So that's all well and good. Again, as far as the gameplay wise, one of the things that I do have an issue with is they introduced the like stealth kill mechanic. You know, I got a knife at the very beginning, you know, sneak up behind somebody, deliver the killing blow. But very shortly after that, it must be because maybe because I didn't have my melee skill up, but it's like I couldn't do it again. Like the melee weapon that I had wouldn't be able to do enough damage. So here I'm standing behind an enemy, and it's like, oh, well, you can't do that, you know, because this weapon won't kill them. So I'm just standing there like an idiot. Like, I hope they don't turn around. So it's like, well, you could at least let me still deliver a blow and it take a bunch of their health or something. At least let me get something out of that. But no, it's just, you just simply can't do that. The idea of having that stealth mechanic I liked, but I don't like the way that it was implemented. So overall, it didn't necessarily care for that. But again, the rift modulator, being able to manipulate the rifts and be able to use that to your advantage to get to different places and all that stuff, that gameplay mechanic I really enjoyed, and probably my favorite thing about this entire game. So very, very neat. Graphically, it's a very good looking game. Still has that style that the first one did, but again, not that there was anything wrong with that. I'm trying to think how I can explain it. You know, there's a lot of games that are going for as realistic as possible. I don't think this game did this. As far as the graphics goes, now I've never played like any of the Borderlands or nothing like that, but I feel like it has a little bit of that to it. Not completely. But graphically, it's got more of a... Again, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say cartoony, but it's not as realistic and lifelike, I guess, as some games go for these days. It's a little different. But again, not that that was bad. With the way that the environments, and that's the word I was looking for earlier with talking about the individual planets and stuff, the environments, the different environments, each one of them was so different from the others that they did stand out, and, you know, again, graphically, they did look very good. So, graphics were fine. Now, I say all that. Again, I enjoyed it overall, but it's not like one of the best things I've ever played. With the first one, I really enjoyed the first one. I liked the story a lot more, and I do feel like it was different enough from other things where it did stand out to where this one, being a sequel, I don't think it stood out as much as the first one because it's just continuing where the first one left off. It did tweak a couple things. It did add a couple things. But, again, it didn't reinvent the wheel, which was fine. But therefore, this one doesn't just stand out as much for me. I'm not trying to, like, tear it down, but I can't really praise it all that much either. It was enjoyable. I wouldn't mind playing it again sometime, but, as far as the price, okay, this version that I got here, is the premium edition. Now, I got that kind of on a mistake. Now, the wife, I was there with her when she pre-ordered this. She pre-ordered this for me as a birthday gift to me. And she only pre-ordered the standard edition. I was then, when I went to pick it up, a week or two later, I got handed this premium edition. So luckily, she only paid the $70 for it. But this version was the $100 version, and all things considered, with the story, the mechanics, the visuals, the gameplay, everything, do I think this game is worth $100? No, I don't. Do I think it's worth the $70? Even that, I'm not sure. The first game nowadays is cheap as hell. It's like maybe $10 for the first game or something nowadays. Is it worth $10? Absolutely. Without a doubt. I think this particular game here, price-wise, $50, not $70. About $50. I think you probably get your money's worth out of it, and it's decent. It's really good, but I don't know about $70. This would be one I would probably, for anybody who might be interested in this or thinking about getting it, my own personal opinion, I would probably tell you, wait for the price to drop a little bit. Because, yeah, the $70, especially the $100, a bit steep as far as I'm concerned on what the price is for this particular game. Replayability, however, part of this I think goes to just how I personally played it this time. Normally in a game like this, I'll try to do everything. In one playthrough, I try to go everywhere. I try to explore every nook and cranny of the map. I try to find every specific, like, special weapon or armor or trinkets or whatever. I try to do all the quest lines. I try to do literally everything. And in the past, I've sometimes burnt myself out to the point where sometimes I don't even finish the games. So I just overdo it, This may be the first time that I've played a more open style RPG-like game like this, where I tried to streamline my first playthrough with sticking to the main quest line. Now, again, in this playthrough, I did do a couple other things here or there with some of the, the companion quest lines and stuff like that, but I tried my best to reel myself in and streamline it to the main quest line, and because of that, I now have a reason to go back and play it again, to do a different style character, to explore more areas, to find more things, to just do things differently. So I do feel like there is definitely replayability and a replay value here in this game. And I suppose if you really enjoyed it enough with the replayability and that sort of thing, it would justify the $70 price tag. I still don't know about the $100 price tag per se, but with the replayability and all the other things I've already discussed, I'd say, for anybody who might be interested in this, I'd still wait till it drops in price to about $50 or so, and that would be fine. Overall, it was enjoyable. I did enjoy the game overall. One of the other things I was going to complain about also is I feel like they tried to tweak some things as far as the way the hacking worked, the way that the lockpicking works, the way that you need to get your skills built up in order to do different things. I don't remember, but I feel as though it wasn't as, I want to say complicated, but it wasn't as, I feel like, I mean, I did level up. I leveled up quite a few times, don't get me wrong, but I don't get enough skill points in order to put it in a whole bunch of different things to be able to do different stuff. So, especially at the very beginning. At the very beginning, I couldn't lockpick anything. I couldn't hack anything. I couldn't, I didn't have the speech skill to talk anybody into anything. I didn't have hardly any skills to do much anything. So that entire time in the very beginning on that like relay station, there were so many locked doors and everything that I couldn't get in because I didn't have my lockpick skill up. Where I feel as though in the first one, yeah, you needed to still have the skills, but I feel like it wasn't like as specific. Like I feel like my skill points went further in the first one. Where this one, it seemed like in order to, like, especially at the end there with like the lock picking and stuff, like if I didn't drop every single skill point that I got throughout this entire playthrough, I feel like there was a bunch of that stuff I wasn't going to be able to unlock at the end. So how am I supposed to build up that particular skill amongst building up other skills to do other things? I felt like a lot of that stuff was very limited, and it really bothered me as far as the dialogue options. I kind of wish that, because the game would show you, right? Like, you have these 2 or 3 dialogue options, but if you had this skill, you would have had this option. Or if you had this skill, you would have had this option. Or if you would have found this information, you would have that option. I wish it wouldn't even have showed me that. I wish it even wouldn't have bothered showing me the other options that I couldn't use. Because the entire time I'd see that, I'd think to myself, oh, well, if only I had, you know, if I would have put my skill points elsewhere, if I would have done this instead of that, or if I would have built up this skill or that skill or whatever, it just kind of felt frustrating the entire time. Just seeing all these things that I couldn't do, you know, instead of, if I wouldn't have seen those options, I wouldn't have known the difference and it wouldn't have bothered me. You know what I mean? So, but besides, the skill points, the story not being quite as decent, and like that stealth mechanic that I didn't ever get to fully utilize. Those are just a couple of things. And then I guess the price point itself, really. I guess those are about my only things that I'd really have to criticize. Other than that, it was still a pretty enjoyable game. So I'm trying at this point now, that's my review, to keep dragging this on until we get like past the credits, because I don't know if there's going to be anything after this or if it's just back to main menu. I would assume my character's dead, so I would assume we would just go back to main menu, but you know, don't like to try to skip stuff and then I end up skipping something that I would have liked to have seen or something, you know. I guess what I can talk about, I can just start wrapping this up. So now that we're done with this tonight, that means this works out perfectly, really, because tomorrow night I'm now going to do my next one-off stream. And my next one-off stream I have scheduled as Double Dragon Revive on the Nintendo Switch. I do enjoy my beat-em-up games, and I enjoy me some Double Dragon. Now, mind you, I haven't played very many of the Double Dragons. I currently own 4 different Double Dragon games, and have really only played one of them. I'm more of a Streets of Rage guy, but I do enjoy some Double Dragon. So, and speaking of Streets of Rage, Streets of Rage 4, when I finally did get to play that, they did some different things with it, especially visually. had its own story, but they didn't shy away from the original trilogy. What made it what it was, what the foundations of, you know, the franchise, and, you know, had tip of the hats or nods to those original games. I'm kind of hoping to see something similar maybe with this Double Dragon Revive. I'm not sure exactly what to expect, but that's what we got going tomorrow night. We're going to be doing some Double Dragon Revive on the Nintendo Switch. And then after that one-off tomorrow night, come next week, I'll get to start my next full-length playthrough, which I have that currently scheduled as I'm going to be jumping back into the world of the Elder Scrolls. I picked up the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster on the PlayStation 5 about 2 years ago or so. No, it looks like we're going to just go back to main menu here. About 2 years ago or so, I fired up the PS3 and did the Knights of the Nine quest line on stream, and that's really all I did. So I am interested in jumping back into the world of Cyrodiil and the world of Oblivion, and playing through that main quest line. I'll probably do Knights of the Nine again also, just because I had done that a couple years ago. So that should be a lot of fun. So let's hit this.
Honestly, Ruth Bassar could use my help too. She's all brains, but no branding.
Okay, so yeah, I just have to just start a new one. So that answers my question. Doesn't seem like there's really going to be any kind of new game plus or nothing. Again, my character died, so that's also unfortunate now that I think about that. Because with having to start a new character and there not being like a new game plus, I mean, obviously my character died. It wouldn't make sense to be able to just use my character again. But I feel like there is just no, you know, reusing your character. Like New Game Plus, I guess I've just been spoiled with that. New Game Plus is kind of a staple in many games nowadays, where it's like, okay, if I spent all of that time building up this character, spending all them skill points, all of this stuff, then if I get to continue with that character and that build going forward and just continue to build it up, okay, fine, I guess. But if all I have to do is just start over again with nothing, well, then I don't know. That entire skill system and the skill points and all that, I'm not a huge fan of it personally. But anyway, yeah, that's going to conclude the Outer Worlds 2. We're ending about an hour early compared to what I typically do, but that's okay. We'll be back, well, I'll be back, I should say, tomorrow night for some Double Dragon Revive on the Nintendo Switch. Hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. Armin, want to say thanks for stopping by and chatting for a moment, and thanks to anybody else who stopped by and at least even watched even a few minutes of this playthrough throughout my time with this game. Greatly appreciated. Now that being said, we're going to cut this one off for tonight. I will be back tomorrow night, again, 11:30 p.m. Eastern start time. As always, for my final stream of the week, one off of Double Dragon Revive. And so, yeah, I am the Grim Gamer, and I will catch y'all tomorrow night. See you guys.